Hello everyone and welcome back to our English classes. For our class of today, we are going to start on reading and our topic is going to be Write to Persuade or how to create a persuasive paragraph. First of all, we need to know what is persuade. Do you know what the answer of that? Okay, in case you don't, I will give you a short definition, okay? Persuade is to make someone do or believe something by giving them a good reason to do it, or by talking to that person and making them believe it. So what does it mean? We need to provide some arguments, two arguments to persuade someone to do something, to convince someone to do or to believe something that we think or what we express. Okay, first of all, we're going to focus in a persuasive paragraph. Okay, a good persuasive paragraph states your opinion and gives strong reasons to support it. Okay, when we write a persuasive paragraph, we need to write our opinion about a specific topic that we want to talk and that we want to convince someone, for example, about wild animals, why it's important to leave them free. So you have to first of all, you give your opinion and you have to read. And also you have to look for information because you need to provide strong reasons in order that people believe that those reasons are enough to do or to think what you want to expose to them, to start doing what you want, in this case to leave them wild animals free. Okay, so let's move to the second point. One way to strengthen your opinion is to include facts and examples. Also, a good persuasive paragraph will we can include facts and also examples in order to enrich our paragraph, to enrich our arguments. Okay, so we can choose real examples, two examples. Remember that we need to provide the best reasons that we need. It's like giving strong arguments. Okay, and the last one, a good persuasive paragraph should end with a call to action to tell the readers exactly what you want them to do or think. Okay, so at the end of our paragraph, we need to include a part in which we call to action. We call our readers to action, okay, and to do what we want them to do or think. But remember that we need to provide strong reasons, uh, your opinion about that, if you agree or not, or and why not. Okay, and that is why you have to place your supporting points or your reasons. So let's continue. We have an example of a persuasive paragraph. If you can see, we're going to start reading it. So if you can follow me, it's much better. People need to support wildlife rescue centers or countless animals will suffer. Every day, wild animals become sick, injured, or orphaned. Why should people support wildlife rescue centers? People are responsible for many of the problems wild animals have. That's why, for example, many animals have been hit by cars. Okay, as you can see, we have some red words that are correction, okay, or that are extra information that we can add to enrich our information, our supporting points, okay? As you remember, if you remember that we said we need to provide examples, okay? We need to provide examples of our topic or what we want to expose to our readings. So that is why, if you see, this paragraph has some corrections that we need to include. But let's move to the right, to the left column. Okay, let's move, and we are going to see if these ideas are involved or are included in this paragraph. This is a writing trace checklist. So first of all, we have our ideas. Remember, we have to provide our point of view, okay, our opinion. So that means we need to ask ourselves, did I state a clear opinion and ideas to support it? Remember that we need to provide something that our ideas and supporting points, but not complex ideas, because we are trying to convince someone. Okay, so we need to be as clear as we possible. Okay, so that is why we need to set our opinions and also our ideas to support the paragraph, or we can say our supporting points, okay, that are the information that we want our readers, or that are our reasons. Okay, then we need to see if the paragraph is well organized, so we need to pay attention to the organization. And you can ask you, did I put my reasons in a certain order? Remember, first of all, we need to state a clear opinion, okay? Our opinion, if we agree or not about the specific topic. We need to be clear about that. And then we need to start writing our supporting points or our reasons. For example, every day why animals become sick, injured, or orphan. Why should people support wildlife rescue centers? As you can see, this is a question, but the person that wrote the paragraph are exposing our first supporting point, the reason. Okay, is exposing the supporting point and then or the reason, and he continues or she continues giving the reason of this one. Okay, so word choice. Something there is also something that we need to take into consideration. There are the word choice. Remember, the language is really important when we write something. We need to be, as I told you before, as clear as we possible. Okay, so that means we need to write with a clear language without misspelling words or misunderstanding words. So in order to our reading understand what we want, okay? Then the voice. So in this case, we can ask you, did I express my own opinion in a convincing way? So we need to pay attention if our opinion is writing in a way that our reader can understand this paragraph correctly. Okay, then we have the sentence fluency. Do my sentence vary in length? So in this case, we need to see if our sentence is understandable, or if our sentence does it. We need to see if it has a rich language, many words that express the ideas clearly. Okay, and the last point is the conventions. Did I use correct capitalization in my title? Okay, remember that we need to take into account all the details that we have in our paragraph, even capitalization, even in the title. Remember, if we want to call the attention of the reader, we need to write a good title, and we need to capitalize as well as we can. Okay, so we need to pay attention to these details. Okay, so when you create your paragraph, You need to take into account first your ideas, then your organization, then your word choice, your voice, sentence fluence, and the convention, okay? We need to keep into account all those details in order to create a good persuasive paragraph. Let's take a look at the last one, that is the example. As you can see in this paragraph, all the details are included in it. So we are going to read it together, okay? And I want you to identify the different structure that we have in this paragraph, okay? As you can see, the title is a good title, Support Wildlife Rescue Centers. I guess you want to read this. Okay, we're going to start together, okay? Try to follow me. People need to support wildlife rescue centers, or countless animal wildlife will suffer. Every day, wild animals become sick, injured, or orphaned. For example, Jammer was hurt when he fell onto a hard driveway. Why should people support wildlife rescue centers? People are responsible for many of the problems wild animals have. That's why. For example, many animals that end up in a rescue center have been hit by cars. Last year, my class visited a rescue center. Volunteers at the center helped us understand how to live in harmony with our wild neighbors. Help us raise awareness of wildlife rescue centers by telling your friends and families about what they do for animals. Okay, as you can see, we can identify our idea. Remember, our idea must be negative or positive, but not both of them. Okay, we need to establish clearly our idea. In this case, as you can see, people need to support wildlife rescue centers or countless animals will suffer. As you can see, this is a strong opinion, and this is an opinion against or in favor of wildlife rescue centers. So, and then, as you can see, we have the different supporting points, and also we can include questions, and we can answer those questions with facts, okay? With real facts, with examples of the real life, our daily days, okay? And as you can see at the end, help us raise awareness of wildlife rescue centers by telling your friends and family about what they do for animals. This is a call of attention for our readers to start helping these animals, or to start creating this center, or to start supporting these centers in order to help animals, okay? To help wildlife, or to support wildlife rescue centers. Any question that you have, remember to ask to your teacher, and he or she will support you or will help you to organize better your ideas. Remember, a strong persuasive paragraph is a paragraph that has the best arguments. Okay, so you can look for different facts, or you can look for different examples that have happened in real life. So keep in mind these important details, and then try to do your own persuasive paragraph. Thank you so much for coming. It was a pleasure for me to be here. Have a wonderful and have a blessing and wonderful day. Thank you so much, and see you soon in our next class. Thank you so much.